Why are they doing so?
All right,
Oh,
I have 7 o'clock. We'll call the town board meeting for July 6, 2026 to order. First item is the agenda. Patrick?
Yes, Mr. Chair, if it pleases the board, please add under 9A added agenda items. We will be discussing the township's position on the fire contract situation with White Bear Lake City.
All right, board have anything else?
That's an open session, not a closed
Yep.
session? Okay.
Open.
All right,
It'll be clear once we get to it,
Mhm.
why it's open.
Okay, that's fine.
I've got a couple things on consent we'll get to when we get there.
None further from staff, Mr. Chair.
All right, board have anything else?
No.
Need a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Move to approve the agenda as amended.
second?
All in favor?
Aye.
That motion passes. Item 3 is approval of payment of the bills. You sign off, Steve?
I signed off. Move to approve payment of the bills.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, item 4 is the approval of the prior meeting minutes from June 15th. Anybody have any corrections or changes?
I do not.
I did on page 7, very minor, of the packet, which is page probably 5 of it. Anyway, there's a typo on page 7 of the packet as it relates to new business changes. It says change the they to he, because there's no such thing as a they, that provided written and electronic communication that they would like to resign. There's only a single person, so it's
Okay.
he. Outside of that, that's fine.
Got it.
All right, hearing that, I need a motion to approve as amended.
Move to approve the minutes as amended.
Motion made second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, item 5 is the consent agenda. I think we have 6 of them. I would like to pull item 5A just for some clerical errors, and I would like to discuss item 5F.
Okay.
We're okay with that? Otherwise, I need a motion to approve B, C, D, and E.
I'll make a motion to approve BC, or 5B, C, D, and E.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, that motion passes. All right, item 5A is just a clerical error here. Our planning commission, we're going to appoint Trace Spilly. I believe you're
It's
here,
right
right?
there, yep.
Only because it said he was somehow coming from the utility commission. I think that was supposed to be, all of it's supposed to say planning commission.
Yes.
So wherever it keeps referring to utility commission, it should be changed to planning commission.
Is the expiration date correct? April 30th?
It's so he's filling in for an unexpired, so yes.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
And if he chooses to stay on, you can renew it up for the full term at that point.
And Trey, you're here. Would you care to get up to the podium and give a speech or not?
Sure.
All right. So with that correction, I need a motion to approve item consent agenda item 5A.
I'll move to approve consent agenda item 5A with those changes.
Second?
Motion's made second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, and item 5F, this is the archery deer hunt that the Ramsey County Sheriff's put on not every year, but this year they're going to be doing it. We've always had issues with deer in the township. Now, I know they're going to have 3 separate areas where they're hunting, but I would like to see this go before the Public Safety Commission. Because just looking through it, I got a ton of questions. I think they would too, especially because, in fact, we should really invite this Michael Goodnature to attend, because there's some things I'd like to know about, especially how they do their surveying, because now I notice they do drone surveying and aerial surveying.
Yep.
So I'd like to know what determines who gets what. I know the count that we get and the maps that they showed, they don't survey the whole township, just certain areas. And I guess that's where they want to set up the hunt. But I don't know if that's telling the total picture of what's going on. And also we pay, I'm not sure what the amount is that we pay for the survey. Well, now if they're doing it with drones, are we getting it at a cheaper rate? Or are they leaving it at the expensive rate?
That is yet to be seen.
Yeah, so I got a list, and I'm sure public safety will too. I would like to see them. Obviously, I don't have a problem with okaying tonight the hunt dates, but I would just like some more information from Ramsey County.
Mr. Chair, if I may, it might be wise, and it's mostly because of the schedule of the Safety Commission over the next couple months. They did not meet last Thursday because of the holiday. They will not be formally be getting together in August because it's the night to unite. Might I suggest that Mr. Goodnature join us at one of our executive committees coming up?
Oh, that'd be great too.
Okay, can I see?
And even if the Public Safety Commission wants to send their chair to that meeting.
Sure. I bet you Steve would want to go to that.
Right.
Yep.
That would give the whole board a chance to
Yeah.
come right and get some,
Let me see if he's willing to do that for our July meeting.
okay.
Good.
That works. All right, any other questions or comments? All right, then I need a motion to approve consent item 5F, that's the dates for the archery hunt.
I'll make a motion to approve the dates for the year management implementation program at the following locations, which we'll discuss at the executive meeting.
All right, do I have a second on the motion?
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Item 6 is old business, we have none. 7 is public hearing, we have none. Did I miss something?
Did we actually do G and H?
They were.
Yeah, you passed everything except you pulled the.
Well, yeah, but I think you only said,
I only said B, C, D, E.
Second, it only included B, C, D, and E.
Yeah,
yeah, I do, good catch.
Yeah.
okay.
All right, so I do need a motion on consent agenda items 5G and H.
I'll make a motion to approve items 5, G, and H.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, now we can move on. No old business, no public hearings, no new business, so 9A, Patrick, this is the White Bear Lake fire contract discussion.
Yes, Mr. Chair, the township attorney, yourself and I met this evening to discuss current situation with our ongoing legal position with the city of White Bear Lake regarding our fire contract and the disputes therein. We had a open discussion about this at our last meeting regarding potential breach of contract with the city of White Bear Lake. We've got some language together here to make sure that we're making an appropriate statement. I would turn over to the township attorney at this point.
Okay. The idea is to adopt this as a resolution. We haven't done that in the past. It doesn't make past actions invalid. It's just simply a more formal way of doing things. And the resolution would deal with the breaches of the fire service agreement by the city of White Bear Lake. The first breach, and that came to light in viewing the city's memorandum, summary judgment memorandum.
Before we go any farther, you should have an email from Patrick.
Just sent it to you about 20 minutes ago.
Well, if you want to pull it up, that's the draft.
Go ahead, Jay.
So, the first whereas clause states whereas the town of White Bear and the city of White Bear Lake did enter into an agreement entitled the Fire Service Agreement. That said agreement was executed by the town on November 7th, 2022, and by the city on November 28th, 2022. Then the next whereas clause is the information that came to light in reviewing their summary judgment memorandum. Whereas in 2020, the city did issue bonds to acquire fire equipment. The next, whereas the city, without notifying the town, did include interest on those bonds in calculating the depreciation depreciation on said fire equipment. That whereas the fire service agreement only allows for the city to charge straight line depreciation on purchase cost of said equipment. And by including the the bond interest in calculating the equipment depreciation without first notifying the town, did knowingly mislead and misrepresent to the town that the equipment cost that the city under the service agreement had the right to collect. In other words, what we're saying is they included interest in the depreciation calculation, which they shouldn't have. And as you know, under the under section 2 of the fire service agreement, that would be 2A3, cost of fire department vehicles depreciated straight line over the asset's useful life. And historically, it's the town's position that only the actual purchase cost of the vehicle can be used for depreciation. That, whereas the town relied on the city's representation as to the cost of fire equipment and therefore did overpay the cost of the fire equipment vehicles due to the city in 2020. In other words, simply, I'm saying that you'd be saying that we overpaid them because they included interest when they shouldn't have.
And it wasn't broken down in that billing.
As far as I know, it wasn't, because I can't say for sure, because all I have is, again, the memorandum. The memorandum does not indicate how it was broken out.
In question. So up until today, going backwards, has anyone, to your knowledge, Patrick or otherwise, came to the township and explained this before now?
No?
No.
And is this their basis of this contract dispute, saying they were doing it in 2020, so they just kept continuing doing it?
Well, now we're getting involved in conversations that should be full session possible, but since it's already out, we might as well go through it. Yes, I mean, they're using that as a basis for claiming that they have the right to charge bond interest on the buildings as part of depreciation.
But now, because of
Back to
substantial
disputing.
difference in the costs, it's come to our light on the, later with the building versus the equipment. It was buried in the equipment costs, I think, because we didn't notice it.
Well, you couldn't have noticed it because they didn't break it out.
Is that deliberate?
That's a good question, but that's a question to ask.
I don't think we're here today to determine if it was deliberate. I think the issue is, do we want to take a formal stand on the position that they breached the contract? That's what you're,
I'm
Yes.
not 100% sure if it even matters if it was deliberate or not.
no.
So Chad, if we pass this resolution this evening, that this just goes to the city of White Bear Lake, this resolution?
No, it doesn't actually go to the city, but yeah, we'd send a copy, we should send a copy to the city.
Does it go to the court?
We can file that, okay, in our response to their summary judgment motion, we can file that as an exhibit.
Well, I know this was kind of short notice for us, but does the board have any changes or corrections or suggestions that how you want this to read?
I personally do not. I believe that it's clear, as far as I'm concerned, it's clear that that the town relied on the city's representation as to the cost and did overpay the costs, fire department vehicles due to the city.
Now, there's still one last part of the resolution there, the resolution clause. I would recommend it read that now therefore it be resolved that the town board of the town of White Bear does hereby adopt and adopt the following resolution. That it is the town's position that the city did knowingly misrepresent and mislead the town as to the amount of depreciation costs, or amount of costs of fire department vehicles. Let me reword that.
Chad or Patrick, you gonna want to take this down or not?
Well, it's all in the minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That the city did knowingly misrepresent to the town the actual costs of fire department equipment depreciation collected in 2020. I believe it's in 2020. It could be in 2021 too, because the memorandum is not clear as to, it's clear as to what year they bought the equipment. It's not clear as to what year they charged the interest, but nonetheless, they do state that they did charge the interest.
No, and that was brought to light to us because of the summary judgment.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Yes, that's correct.
Again, I think it's in our best interest to do this, to make it clear that that it was with knowledge or without knowingly, they misled us, knowingly or otherwise, because that's not the way we would interpret this relationship that we have. So I think we have to go on record.
So Chad, is this considered a staff directive for you to notify the city of White Bear Lake and their attorneys of the board's position on
Well,
this?
once the board adopts the resolution, then I want a directive from the board to send a copy of the resolution to the city.
All right, do we have to give this resolution a number?
It will be assigned a number.
Okay. Well, I should talk for the minutes, but, so we're specific on this.
Yeah, Riley and I will find how it fits into the rest of our resolution.
Is it just a date on the, like tonight's date or something? All right, any questions of the board?
Is this the full, I can't open it right now, but is this the full sum of the resolution? There's not more?
No, this is it.
This is it, okay?
And just, Beth, by the way, I didn't mean to shoot down your deliberate comment, but I guess the analogy that I look at it from is in hockey, your stick gets out of control and you trip somebody, doesn't mean if you meant to do it. It's 2 minutes.
All right, hearing no other discussion, I need a motion to approve the resolution declaring the city of White Bear Lake to be in breach of the fire service agreement executed by White Bear Township November 7th, 2022.
I'll make that motion to approve a resolution declaring the city of White Bear Lake to be in breach of the fire services agreement executed by White Bear Township November 7th, 2022.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, that concludes our normal agenda. We have open time. Ralph, got anything? Can't be as exciting as what we've been doing.
No, probably isn't.
Okay, name and address, Ralph.
Ralph Tilma, 4294 Oakmead Lane. I just have a question about consent item B. What are they going to be, what's the purpose of drilling on Oakmead Lane?
The borings,
Yeah,
you know what?
Hold on, I'll find that for you.
It's the environmental soil borings.
does it have to do with another fiber optic line or something like that?
Let's see. So,
It's usually described. I'll have to pull it up
including
here again.
commissions approve American Engineering Solutions to drill environmental soil borings on Billboard Road, Oakmead Lane. It's just environmental soil borings. So it says,
Here's what it says on June 20, as one of the attachments, June 26th, letter to the chair.
that's what I'm reading right now.
Yeah, it says Ramboll America's Engineering Solutions has applied for a right-of-way permit to drill 6 environmental soil borings in the Oakmead area. The borings are intended to test for contaminants.
In the soil?
Was this done because of a complaint or a concern?
No. This is part of one of our projects here. Right away permitting.
Well, there's a couple of requirements. They're doing it through the Minnesota Department of Health.
Oh,
And it looks like this must be followed by the Minnesota Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices.
Right away permit, yep.
So take that for, who knows?
yeah, well.
This is our lovely
there's
state
a
mandated.
health concern about some kind of contaminant in the soil.
Typically, they look for, they may have done these in the past, but they look for movement of what they call the plume, to see if it's migrating,
Mhm.
towards that water or away from that water and where the source is. So,
Maybe, does this have anything to do with the folks at,
Otter Lake Technologies, that.
yeah,
the state has been looking at that, and we looked into water, the groundwater contamination as a result of that. Issue over there had to do with air contamination, not really.
Not soil.
Yeah. However, we were concerned because, we had a well, we have our well number 5, I think, is the number, near there, and all of our testing and continued monitoring have said there's been no contamination.
Yep. We've been doing that for 3-4 years now.
At least.
Yeah, well, when these folks are out and I ask them a question, they always shrug their shoulders and say, we don't know why we're doing it, we were just told to do this.
Plus, do soil boring doesn't go that deep, so curious to see what they're really looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, we might give them a call and say, what did you find?
Well, I'm sure they'll have to post their findings on the Ramsey County webpage someplace,
Oh,
but good luck finding that, too.
okay.
That it, Ralph?
Yep.
Right,
Thanks, Ralph.
anyone else?
Before and I should have asked this, I think we were going to have a standing item on our agenda, which if we don't do it tonight, we should do it going forward, about openings for our commissions and boards. Last meeting, we announced which ones had openings, and since then, I don't know if any of them been filled other than planning.
Planning is the one so far.
So, can you make a note?
Yep.
That we should do that at every.
You're right.
So as of right now, we have what, 2 on the utility commission? Or 1?
1.
And then 2 on EDAB?
Yeah, actually, we might even have
1
3.
on
Park
Park Board?
Park board.
Well, if you're interested in getting involved in the township doings, come on down.
And they are always posted. We've got them up for anybody to see at any time if they're interested.
And the board really relies on our commissions because they have a chance to really delve into all these issues where we don't have that luxury to spend that kind of time on them. So, and we appreciate the volunteers that do these commissions.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, anything else? Hearing none, I need a motion to receive agenda materials and supplements.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then I need a motion to adjourn at 7:22.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are done.
Thanks, folks.